Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, back into the CB250 project. Today we're going to get into welding up the chassis, and then hopefully gonna play with a few little bits and pieces. Got it on the ground as we can see over here, and then we're going to check some shocks, see what other bits and pieces, and I've got some overnight parts from Japan we're going to check out, and maybe see if we can get this started on some Start You Bastard, or maybe some petrol with the carbies. So, let's get into it. Okay, so to start this episode, we're going to have to pull the engine out before we go any further, because I'm pretty sure to do anything else before we try and start it, which is what we kind of need to do before we do anything else to make sure it actually works before we continue mounting this thing. So we're going to have to pull it out so we can weld here, this lower frame, and then TIG this piece up and that piece as well. So first up, I'm going to pull the engine, prep everything, and start welding it up. Here we go. So, engine's out. I now am going to get the TIG out and TIG as much as I can in and around here to get it as strong as I can. There is going to be some pieces I'm not going to be able to do because the bike will have to be up the other way. So, I'm going to make it as strong as I can for now. Weld these up at the top of here, and these ones, and then on the inside of this. And then everything I can't get should be, what I do get today should be strong enough so that we can go full mock up with everything else. And then once I pull it all apart to paint it, I'll finish off welding those pieces. So it shouldn't be too bad. So now a little bit of welding. How far are we going?
What do you mean? How
Like,
far?
sorry, how much?
So I've got you right off
Like here?
the frame. Yeah, you good? Yeah.
From here to here?
Yeah, everything's
Yeah,
in
just so
frame.
I, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, you can point to anything and everything.
Yeah, awesome.
Alright, go for it.
Is it on? Oh.
Mate, it's been on the whole time.
Cool. Okay, so we welded everything up. You already just saw Rod and I struggle to get the engine in. It's a bit of a tight fit, and it's way heavier than the other thing we pulled out of it, but it's looking pretty good. Now everything's kind of welded. I did miss a few pieces up the top here. I can't quite get to it. I'm gonna have to pull it apart to weld them up. But we should be looking pretty good. Everything else is pretty tight. I do need to get a longer bolt for the bottom mount down here, but pretty good. So I'm gonna jack it up off the roof, put it on the ground, and see how it looks. I thought I'd better do a bit of a closer up inspection of this tank. So this is a cheap one I bought from eBay. I'm pretty happy with it. I really like these indentations, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think it works pretty well. There's a chrome cap on here. I haven't opened it because I don't want to scratch anything up. So that's it. I do think before I'm going to be able to use it, I'm going to have to weld this petcock up, and I'm going to have to put one over here maybe, or move this one up or down, depending on how it works. I'm not 100% sure. The seat, yeah, I'm not quite sure how it works. The seat is this little fella. I'm not sure. I thought it was going to be a little bit fatter. It's quite uncomfortable to sit on. There is literally no padding here. It's just a frame with a tiniest little bit of foam, and not the most happy with it, but we'll work with it for now. I may be able to use the base of it and then put some bigger foam on it and recover it myself. And then we've got some overnight parts from Japan. So we have a full gasket kit just in case we need anything. I wasn't sure on just like heaps of little bits and pieces that we're probably going to need, so I thought gasket kit would probably be a good one. I also have some clutch and accelerator cable for this engine. So might be a little bit weird to work it out on everything with this, but we should be pretty good. I also just grabbed a few other random bits and pieces. So I grabbed some fork seals, I grabbed petrol tank rubber. I have another one off the other black tank, which we're not going to use, but hopefully with those two on this frame, we can make it work. What else have we got in here? I got the condenser, which we're really going to need today. Rod and I played a little bit just before, and yeah, we're idiots. So do some Googling and we're going to work it out. I got another rear sprocket just because the one on this engine is a little bit worn. What else we got in here? Receipt. Yeah, probably have to blur that out because you don't need to know that. I bought some shock so they're the shock seals. These are the dust covers, as well as some rocket cover gaskets which go under here. And then I also got some spark plug boots. Those to replace this one, which I've taped up to see if we could use. It's just a little bit damaged on one side, and I didn't want it to arc out. But what we were doing wasn't going to work anyway, so we should be able to put those on, play with this, and maybe by the end of this episode we can get this to start. So to get on with this episode, we're going to jump back in. We're going to pull the wiring off for the ignition, play with it a little bit. I'm going to have to run a little bit of a battery to the coil just to get some power, because the electronics on here I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use. So I'll hotwire the coils for now, and then yeah, put the carbies on, spray a little bit of Start Your Bastard in there, and then if it does work, fuel. Oh, actually, I do have one little bit. Let me just go grab it. Okay, there's one thing I am just so stoked about. I just love it. I don't know. It's just a little bit weird, but I think it's just so cool. So a mate of mine works at a motorbike shop, and he hit up one of his friends who asked some other guys if they had some plug for this bike. And so they were like, oh no, we don't. So they found one 4 or 5 hours away from here in an old parts warehouse. And I was like, yep, cool, get it, no worries. Turns up, original Honda. It is so damn cool. It's got little Japanese writing up the top and on the bag. So let's get in here. I'll show you what it looks like. I haven't opened it. I have waited a long time to open this because I got it a little while ago, but didn't want to do it until we actually needed it. And yeah, so it got all these Japanese symbols. I'm not sure what it says. The bag even has it on there. I think it's just awesome. So this is going to be another part we have to put on if we're going to try and start this thing. That I'm going to have to put some oil in this as well. So the cool thing about these bikes is the rocker cover seal, which I got a couple of, as well as in the gasket kit, is the same size as this. So this is awesome. I'm so stoked about this, and my bike doesn't have one, which I'm a little bit worried about. It's sitting around on the floor in my uncle's garage for a long time, but he said it's been rebuilt previously and then just sat there. So hopefully it's good. So some plug is there, which I'm just so cool about. I just love the old stuff. It's just awesome. So let's get into a bit of wiring, maybe put some oil in there, put that sun plug on, and get into trying to make this thing start. I finally was able to find, you know, the SpongeBob time cuts?
Yeah.
I finally was able to find some of them that I could download and didn't have like a mark on them or anything else.
Yep.
I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, it's good.
I know I don't really need to do this now, but I feel like if I don't do this now, it'll touch something.
Then zap. And
Yeah.
you're dead.
That's
Alright, we're good. Although it's so dark, you cannot see shit.
You might have to close your roller door.
Way to tidy up. It's real inconvenient.
So, I'm not sure if these need to be on the other side or on the top side. It should all be positive, so. I'm not sure which way it works, because like, they're the two coils, so I'm pretty sure there's power on that side. This has got one on that side and then one on that side. Oh, so that bit in the middle is earth, and these are power. Does that make sense?
Oh mate, I could believe whatever you're saying.
Yeah, so the isolated, that bit there is earth,
Yep.
and these have power going through them, and doesn't touch that piece. And so that needs to be powered up, I'm pretty sure.
What's worse that's gonna happen?
Is that the Friday? Yeah, is that the point?
I'll probably need filing anyway, so probably won't kill him.
The guy I watched on Common Motors, he said put this right in the center, and so those cut out little cuts line up with that little cut there. He said get that into the center. He said get this to top dead center. He said and then use this little thing and that little bit and rock it until it gets to light just ticks on and off.
Yep.
And then that, he said lock it up there.
Yeah, right. So just static. And then you can...
He said then you don't touch it. He said it's perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Simple enough, it doesn't need to be using a zappy gun. You know the one.
I don't have a zappy gun.
You know the zappy gun. Zap.
Oh God! Oh no. Zap.
Stick it.
Yeah,
odd when they use silicon to put things on.
Sit. Go away. Go away. Go away.
Go on,
Get out of here. Get out of here.
It's a frisbee, I swear.
Yeah. You'll steal it, won't you? Yeah, I can hear. Oh.
Oh, it's taking a knock.
Taking a couple.
It doesn't get oil in there, so it should be fine.
It does.
No, it doesn't. That's the
Yeah.
magneto side.
Get out.
Because if they get oil in it, it would be the other
Why
side.
are you in the way? Out, please.
Good luck.
Okay, you stay there. Yeah, so you got left hand side and right hand side. Over here. Left. Left there. And you got... Oh no, yeah. LF and LT. You got left and right. So you got these two. One's R, this one's L, that one's F. Awesome! And that one's T. Even better. That makes no sense.
Is T just an F that's been munted?
No, they're both pretty nice. No, but apparently it does have a bit of oil in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit of oil. They said like a little bit drips out. So I should be able to just tap that and weld it up.
Yeah.
Get out of here! The apprentice sucks.
Just got a mop in there.
Yeah.
Licking the floor. Don't lick that. That's oil, you...
No, that one's oil.
I don't
That's
know.
probably ants. Okay, I reckon so we take the spark plugs out, we time the engine, and then put some power on there, and then they should be good. Pretty sure.
Oh, I should just look that other one.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Whatever.
Yeah, how's that taste?
Just look pretty good.
Not bad, thanks. Okay, so now we're going to do the timing.
Battery.
Yeah, battery and battery.
Once we're ready.
We're going to do the timing now though.
Yeah.
Because I moved that, so we could turn common motors back on, and we'll quickly time it.
Alright.
I think.
Yep.
Okay, so done a little bit of MacGyvering, got everything working. We followed common motors procedure on how to do the timing because they know what they're doing. So we copied them. So now everything else should work. We're pretty sure we have spark. We'll check it before we try and start it. But first up, I'm going to open this, which has been a long time coming. And okay, let's chuck this in. Overnight parts from Japan, and we'll put some oil in it and then see if we can get it to start. Cool. Okay, ready?
Let me just get mine filming as well.
I probably should have checked spark, but we had spark at the points.
We did. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, actually, you can film. Oh,
How did you get back in here?
come on. Land here. This is like 2 seconds. I'm gonna scare the shit out of you. You don't want to come back. Okay.
Wow. Well, it works.
Okay, so let's put some carburetors on there.
Yep.
That's scary?
You haven't been inside these, have you?
No.
No. You see the mouths on them full of dirt.
Oh.
Snatch you bastard. go.
Okay.
It's so quiet.
Full throttle. 2 cans. There's not much left in this one.
We call it 2 cans Sam.
2 cans. Sam. Oh, Coast is about to get smashed with some fucking heavy rain.
Ready?
Oh mate, I'm ready. Ready. This one doesn't spray.
Oh really? Yeah. Let's change the nozzle.
She's got a nozzle.
Actually.
Yeah, no, she's.
Here's this.
What do we got? Ooh, cleaner. It's gonna be sparkling.
Yeah, stop!
No. No, we're gonna feather these fuckers.
No, I've just opened them up, so it should.
Oh, you opened them, right?
Yeah. So then we should be able to keep it running with.
Oh, I flooded my side. This is just blasting out.
Is it?
It's doing that like mistiness. Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Pop, pop, bang. That smelled like combustion that time. Something was burning.
Yeah, go have that.
Roaches and mice.
Okay, so now go there, and you can snozzle that one. Once it starts to run, I'll come off and we can.
We'll just be our own little.
Yeah, we won't be our own little carburetors.
Let me film again though.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Ah!
Bloody it. I thought it might as well clean your side.
Yeah, yeah.
I was getting a bit of black coming out, a few sparks were coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Hey everybody, sorry, I'm back inside. I had to quickly close up and Brian had to get out of there, so finishing this up. But more next week. I got plenty. I got the forks, I got the electrical, and I've got the carburetors I got to get fixed because those definitely didn't work when we were trying to start it. And so, yeah, plenty coming up. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, sticking around. I'll talk to you guys in about 2 weeks in the next episode. And yeah, have a great and happy Easter. Hope everybody has had some nice time off, a little bit of chocolate, and enjoying themselves. See you guys.